What is up, everyone? It's Moral again, and we are today building in Prehistoric Kingdom. I really love this game. It just came out the 27th, and I've already spent about maybe 10 hours playing it, just non-stop for 10 hours. It is really fun. So, this is my Prehistoric Park recreation series. Welcome, everyone. We're basically just gonna recreate Prehistoric Park one for one, and it turned out okay. Actually, no, it turned out pretty good. You'll see some pretty crazy things in this first episode, but I'm trying for as accurate as I can get, which will be a challenge, especially since it's early access and we don't have half of the animals of Prehistoric Park, but we'll make do. So, the first things first, I was just terraforming, trying to not get the final product. This is just kind of to lay out how the map looks, and, well, add trees and stuff like that. And then later on, I added some paths too, based on the map that it's seen in the series, which I actually didn't know. I rewatched to research. I'll put it on the screen. It's got a river, it's got everything listed out, where pins are. It actually doesn't have every pin, which is unfortunate, because it's missing the Elasmotherium, the terror bird, and I want to say something else, but I can't think of it on the top of my head. But that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. We can just interpolate. We can interpolate what's there and what's not. So here we are. There's actually a main gate too, which I don't know if we ever see in the series. So we might have to, use some creative liberties on some of this, which is fine. As long as it's pretty close, I'm not gonna complain. But yeah, so just adding roads here. Hopefully it won't take forever. I forget how long it took me to start, but we're starting off today with the Triceratops Creek. I think that's what it's called. I might be forgetting. We didn't finish it all the way, but I think it was good. I think it turned out really nice, and yeah, we're kind of at a little hill there. That's about where T-Rex Hill goes, but I'm not completely sold on that spot just yet, that exact spot. It'll just depend. Another thing, the main complex, which you only see in overhead shots really, as far as I'm aware, that'll be a challenge. I think this is going to be a really fun series, at least for me, which is all I really care about. It's honestly been a blast so far. And as you'll see later on, you'll see we might go a little slow and focus on some very minute details, but I think it'll make the end product even better. We didn't end up adding all the paths either, because I got bored, but yeah, here we are, beginning our Triceratops Creek. It runs along this big river, and I decided to go ahead and just get our animal in. The first skin is really good, and I don't know, it looks really great. So I just went ahead and used that one. It's really close to the Prehistoric Park animal. But I kind of realized I built it way too big, and that's kind of a running theme in this first episode. I keep building things way too big, mainly because the map is so big it makes me feel like I have so much room, but when you actually put the dinosaur down, they just look absolutely tiny. Here we're putting on some fences. I'm not gonna keep these fences because I want to put in my own custom fences that are nearly identical to the ones in Prehistoric Park, but for now it works. We're also not gonna bother putting paths or anything in. We're not gonna have guests running around. This is a wildlife reserve. I do think maybe in the future we might maybe modernize it a little bit, but I want to recreate it first and then we'll make a new version of it. So yeah, the enclosure, you can actually, I kind of built this inaccurate because in the first episode at the end, when they bring out the tractor with the wheels all over it and stuff to fight Theo, they kind of like, well, they can't find him and they're like, where is he? I can't find him anywhere, or I can't see him anywhere, sorry. It's not like he's like lost or they escaped, but they're like, where is he? We're gonna fight him. But he comes off from the left, and I didn't put enough trees there for him to be obscured on this left part of the habitat. So, because it's a giant Triceratops, so you have to be pretty obscured to not see it. But yeah, we'll definitely fix this up and make it even better. But even like during this episode, you're gonna see in a second, I'm gonna completely shrink it down even more because it's just massive compared to what they had in there, which is, I don't know, I guess it's a good thing. It's actually a good thing, yeah, because we have so much room, and that's really great for us, and it's really great for this game. Because like, how many, there's like 22 animals, so if I wanted to fit all 22 in, I think I'm doing a pretty good job of that with room to spare in future updates. But we don't really get too many good shots of like this side of the river and stuff, or like even up close to this bank right here where I'm adding this stuff in. So we'll definitely take some creative liberties here, add some reeds, and then finding some plants and stuff, throwing them around. The brushes are really nice in this game because like, compare that to something like Planet Zoo. In Planet Zoo, you have to place each one individually, and so this is pretty good. Here, I was fixing the tree because I realized it was really too big, and it had leaves, which I didn't realize, but we fixed that, and we use these, I forget what they are, just some shrub to kind of add fake leaves, which turned out okay. Not the best solution, but it works. And I think I was looking for okay, well here is where we were just trying to shrink the enclosure down a little bit more. And then we just kind of deleted that and we're golden. Honestly, might still be a little big. I don't know. But it looks close enough to me when you compare it. So, yeah. Add a few more trees back where those others were. And then we started adding some over here. It's really hard to see some things in the background since this series is from 2006. But you can see there aren't many trees right on this hill up here, even though I accidentally just placed some because I made a mistake. Fix that, and we added these kind of more shrub-like bushes and stuff, and then don't quite remember what happened here. Oh yeah, we moved the river in a little bit just to make more room on that side of it and make that hill a little bigger and more of a curve. Turned out nice. The animal AI is not the best yet, unfortunately. So I can't really tell much about if he really cares about his enclosure much, which isn't even a full enclosure. They don't have null barriers in this, which I think they're beginning to fix. I think they're going to do that either this update or the next one. Or the next update or the next update, I guess you would say. But that'll be a good thing for me. And yeah. So, on to the main course. Here, we are making the Ford 6500 tractor as seen on Prehistoric Park. If you don't know, the Ford 6500 is the tractor in the series, which is seen in episode 1 and episode 4. In episode 1, it is obscured by tires that are placed around it in order to give Theo a partner to spar with. In episode 4, Bob actually drives around just as a normal tractor. So, just kind of blocked it out. I was looking for something to scale with here, because it was just, I couldn't find something to make sure it was the right scale. Eventually I settled for a door, and then I realized it was way too big, and so I fixed that. It might still be too big, I don't know, but it matched up pretty closely with the Triceratops, so I thought it was good. But the modular pieces are great. Like, I wish Planet Zoo had modular pieces, because it makes it so much easier to build things like this that no one would ever think to build. And yeah, I kept having to go back and forth looking at references, because surprisingly I don't know anything about tractors. I just had a reference image open, and I had images from the original series just to do this. That is really fast footage. Holy crap. I don't know how an engine works. I know how an engine works, but I don't know exactly how it's set up in a tractor. So, hopefully I got it close enough. Does it matter? Probably not. This is Prehistoric Kingdom. Nobody cares. But yeah, we kind of fought with the colors a little bit, mainly because the colors in this game are so not saturated. The saturated isn't the word. I guess bright, because anything above like 50% on the color picker towards the white, it's just like pure white. I don't know, I guess it's just a shader issue, but it is really, really hard to pick colors properly. So it was a bit of a struggle, but I think we got a good color. It's a blue tractor, by the way. And then the fun part after we finished all this was building the tires and stuff that wrap around it and making it look like the I don't know what you would call it. The fake Triceratops, I guess you could call it. I guess that works. But yeah, that was fun. I really enjoyed building this tractor for so long. It took so long, but it was worth it. I think it looks really cool. And yeah, I do think it's really cool going back and rewatching it. How many things I'm picking up on that I didn't when I was younger because I wasn't trying to recreate it. So I wasn't really paying attention to things like what tractor was that or how it was exactly built. Because like before now, I did not have a clear picture in my mind of how the fake Triceratops thingy looked. I just kind of was like, yeah, it's just a big tire thing. So that was really cool. Another thing I noticed was kind of how the exhibits were laid out. I didn't really ever think about it. Like the ornithomimus habitat, that's easy. Like, how are you not able to tell what that is? Anyone can look at that and be like, okay, I can recreate that. T-Rex Hill, I never knew there was a bridge over a little ditch in front of it. Like, those are just things I didn't pick up on as a kid watching the series, so that was really cool. And things like that, yeah, just in general, things like that, that's just crazy to me, how much you can miss. But I have really enjoyed going back and just watching this series. It's just so much fun. Just like childhood memories coming back. So that was fun. And then I get to make it in Prehistoric Kingdom, which was also fun. It might not be the most accurate tractor either, but hopefully none of you guys are tractor enthusiasts because I might make some of you guys mad the way I built this. Hopefully not. Hopefully you guys think this is cool like I do. And I mean, if you think I made a huge mistake and I just absolutely butchered the design of the Ford 6500, leave me a comment because it helps me. Leave me an angry comment because I don't care. It looks cool to me. So, yeah. These lights here, also, the modular lights are really cool. I really like those. And like these are supposed to be like lamps or street things. I forget. Ceiling ones maybe. I don't remember. But I use them as like headlights and stuff, and it works because it's modular. Because if it was like the same size as normal, I couldn't change it or make them smaller or bigger. That's kind of a problem with Planet Zoo, but I still love Planet Zoo. I still love this game. They're both really good. But moving on, I want to say we're about done with the actual tractor part. Maybe not. Maybe we've got a little bit more to go. It was a lot of tractor building. This is maybe 4 days worth of on and off. Not straight. I'm not that crazy. But yeah, we're changing the colors here a little bit. And this is definitely getting closer to the end of the thing. I remember this being the last day we did it. Just adding colors now and things like that. Adding a few more details before we get into the fun part. Add some handles too. And then here, we were raising them up. Yeah, like I said, or maybe I didn't say that. I don't remember. But we moved them up like they are in the series. And this is almost done, I think. We have a few more minutes to go. And then the fun part begins. So, adding details, fixing this front, the coloring on the lights, making them the right color to kind of give it an atmosphere at night. And then adding the exhaust and everything. Oh, and there's a light on top, which I don't know what they did for the series, but in the series, that light isn't there on the part with the tires wrapped around it, but it is present on episode 4. So I made a version with it and copied it over, but then once I add the tires on, it's gonna be removed. And then we're adding the grill here, and we move the lights off to the side. And I mean, I can't really say much, guys. Honestly, this is a tractor. This is just one tractor. This is a tractor. What am I supposed to talk about? But yeah, this is basically done. Anything else here is just minor things. I added these barrels on the sides, which are present, but I'm not quite sure where they're placed. There's not a good shot that I could find of it where it was just in plain sight. So hopefully they're in the right place. If not, that's unfortunate. What am I going to do about it? So now moving on to adding tires, and we had to kind of adjust them, and they kind of clip a lot. There's a lot of clipping going on with the tires. I don't know how they actually did it in real life. I tried to keep them as little clipping as possible, but it was difficult. So they might have cut the tires in half so it didn't actually wrap around the engine or anything. But for the sake of our park, we're just gonna have them clipping through the actual thing. No one's gonna notice. Well, now I've pointed it out, everybody's gonna notice, but that's kind of my fault. Then, adding more tires. We're almost done here. Promise. Adding more tires. What amazing commentary. The fun part comes in a minute, once we actually add these bad boys. So, I'm not exactly sure how what the horns are made of in the series. They do have rope around them, but they appear to be different than the rope that's wrapped around them, so I don't know. For the sake of ours, it's just rope. And with that, wraps up today's video. I want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you guys so much. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It will help me out so much. And it will let me know that you enjoy this video. So, also join Zoo Gang. A lot of cool people there, a lot of cool builds. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!